Okay, this is just going through the booklet that you've been given on bearings. Okay, bearings. There are two types of bearings that you can be asked to work with: compass bearings and three-figure bearings. Now, compass bearings you've used them in geography, probably in years 7 and 8. Compass bearings are always measured from north or south. So we always mention north or south first, then we look at the angle towards east or west is written. Okay, so if we're talking northeast, so here on my diagrams down here, north, south would be down here, east and west. You can remember it how you want. I go Western Australia's over here, that's east. We're the eastern states. Eastern Standard Time. Never eat soggy wheat bix or whatever you want to remember. So, if I've got northeast, do you know which quadrant this is in? Anyone? Anyone know? Write the quadrant in which the required line is in. Northeast, here. Do you know what quadrant that is? Quadrant 1? Yeah. Anyway, look, northeast, it will be somewhere here. Northwest is somewhere there. Got it? Southeast is somewhere down here. And southwest is somewhere down there. What I've got here are the formats in which you must write a bearing. It's got to be north something degrees east. So north something degrees east would be here. Or if it's in this quadrant over here, it would be north something degrees west. Okay? If it's down here, it would be south then something degrees east. So if I draw the angles in, it would be north something degrees east, north something degrees west, south something degrees east, and south something degrees west. Now, so you must always start at north or south. So if we look at this bearing here, so the rule is you must start at north or south depending on where this line is and calculate the number of degrees towards east or west. So this bearing here is in this southwest quadrant, so it would be south 55 degrees towards west. So this is called south 55 degrees west. This other one over here is in the northwest. That's north, that's west. So you must say north or south first. Of course, we're not going to say south first. There's nothing down here. So it's north, and then we're going towards west. So this would be north, then I'm traveling 35 degrees towards west. Okay, so the first one was south 55 degrees towards west. The second one is north 35 degrees towards west. Now they are northwest bearings. So I'm not going to finish the bottom of the page yet. We're actually going to go and practice some northwest, southwest, etc. bearings. So if we turn over to the back of the second page to this worksheet that says bearings C7.8, we're going to practice some bearings with north, south, east, west type, compass bearings. So, if we look at the first one, the bearing is actually, the direction that is there. I know that this little bit in here is 20 degrees, but I don't say east 20 degrees north. I must start from north. So if that bit there is 20, this bit here is 70, it's north 70 degrees towards east. The next one, we know this is northwest somewhere. It's north 30 degrees towards west. So the bearing is north 30 degrees towards west because the angle made with north is 30 degrees. The third one, oh, sorry, girls. The general direction, what's the general direction here? The general, isn't it a southwest type? So the general direction, it is a southwest type, but girls, we have to do south and then how many degrees towards west. This is not west 15 degrees south. We don't do it like that. You must start with the major direction, which is north or south. We obviously start with south and see how far we go towards west. If that's 15, this is 90 minus 15, which is 75. So this angle here is 75. So therefore, the bearing is south 75 degrees west. Okay, the general direction, you should get a general idea that this is a southwest type thing. That's the general direction. But I need to know the angle made with south, not the angle made with east. So if the angle there is 65, this remaining angle is 90, take away 65, which is 25 degrees. So the little angle in there is 25. So therefore, the bearing is, so that little angle in there is 25. So it's south 25 degrees towards east. Sorry, little mistake, general direction southeast. All right, sorry about that. Okay, the next one, the general direction is southwest, but you would never say southwest unless it's exactly halfway. So that's why I'm saying general direction, so you get an idea. The angle made with the south is 17, so we don't have to calculate anything else further. So therefore, your bearing is south 17 degrees towards west. So south 17 degrees towards west. Now they are compass bearings. We're now going to look at true bearings.